Games in this podcast range from E to M.
Hey everybody, welcome into the official Xbox podcast. It's the only podcast that comes to you from inside Xbox. I'm Ethan, and I'm here with my colleague and good friend, Josh Stein. Josh, how excited are you for today's show?
Pretty hyped. It's not every day they get to ask you to come in, hang out with your buddy, and talk about Batman. So
Yeah,
I
honestly.
gotta say, I've had worse.
Not just Batman, dude, but like you are a Lego addict. And now today we're talking about Lego Batman. It's like two of your favorite things.
I'm hiding them behind me a little bit, but there's a myriad of boxes of Legos right here that I've yet to build. This is the queue, the Lego queue. And
Nice.
then on the other side of the wall, you can't see it, but is my build. So what better way to mix Lego and Batman together and then add in a friend? Like, you got me immediately. I'm in.
Heck yeah. I am curious how, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I'm curious how you'd stack rank the love you have for Batman, for Lego, and then your wife and kids.
Okay, so first of all, what? No, yeah, I'm not gonna get in trouble there.
Don't do it. I'm playing.
I thought about it. No, I mean, for me, like a lot of people out there, it's my childhood. I grew up,
Yeah.
My dad bought me Legos, and my mom bought me comics, or would take me to watch cartoons or movies that were coming out. So it's a good marry. It's a good marry of both of my childhoods growing up, when watching Batman on cartoon, and then reading the comics, and then building the Legos.
Yes.
And so yeah, it's I could nerd out about it, but I'll save us some banter there.
Yeah. We have a very special guest today, so maybe we shouldn't keep him waiting.
That's right, yeah. Today, TT Games released a dev diary on the Batcave for their upcoming game, Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. And today, we have somebody joining us. We have Jonathan Smith. Jonathan is the strategic director and head of the development team at TT Games. Jonathan, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, it's so nice to be inside Xbox and to be here with you both. Josh, I genuinely want to know more about the sets that you've made and the sets you've yet to make. Like you, it's such an important part of growing up, my relationship with Lego, my relationship with Batman. I've been lucky then also to be able to share some of that experience with my own children as they grew up as well. And the games that we've made in the past live long in their memory. We're really, really excited now to move on from that into completely new territory with Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Well, Jonathan, I mean, we love Lego around here. We love Lego games around here, and we also love Batman. So I know, we're excited to hear more about this game. Please tell us about Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight.
I've described it several times as the definitive Batman game. And that means it's all-encompassing. It's complete and it's superlative. Everything you wish for is here in one definitive Lego Batman experience. It weaves together stories and moments and character choices from across all media and all eras. It draws upon movies that you know and love, great comic book lines from across history, all with a unique Lego tone of voice and Lego twist that makes it all fit together.
I love to hear this. You wouldn't know this, Jonathan, but my senior quote in my yearbook was that The Dark Knight is the Godfather Part 2 of our generation. And the jury's still out on if that's accurate or not, but clearly excited to see Batman from all eras coming into this game. That's really awesome.
This was really cool, too, because we also got to jump in. So this one focuses on the Batcave. Obviously, it's the home base for Batman. It's the center of everything. Throughout the trailer, we see different costumes, vehicles, trophies. There's a lot to talk about there, and we could probably nerd out for a while, but I'll try to focus in a little bit here. What can you tell us about the Batcave space? How does it evolve? Generally, how they're going to interact with this, and what should they expect with the Batcave?
So the story of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight puts you in the shoes of Bruce Wayne from the very first moment as a young child when he falls into the well in the grounds of Wayne Manor, as so memorably brought to life by Christopher Nolan in Batman Begins. And from there, we train with Bruce. We see him get older, and as we grow in skills, we develop new gadgets, new technology. The character develops more capabilities. We as players discover more of the game and more of Gotham City. And the Batcave grows alongside that at every stage. As you progress through the story, you'll excavate new areas and build what ultimately becomes the ideal Batcave that any Bat fan has always dreamt of.
That sounds incredible. So you can really make the Batcave kind of yours. We saw in the video Bat Gym, which Catwoman seemed to really appreciate. We saw some props, some trophies. It sounds like you can really make it kind of however you want to. I'd love to understand what players can expect when it comes to customizing their Batcave.
Sure. So, look, everyone knows that part of what Batman has always done in the Batcave is stored these trophies from his adventures. And here you'll be able to collect the Lego builds to build, for example, the giant Joker card. And then you can place them wherever you want in the Batcave as it expands. But also, as you unlock different side missions, challenges, and all the secrets that there are to discover in Gotham City, you'll get other customization options, all sorts of furniture and equipment, and some silly builds or spectacular builds or cool builds, analysis equipment, and you can place all that around the Batcave as well. So not only will it represent your progress through the story, but it'll also represent choices you can make along the way.
Oh, you're speaking our language. Josh and I are suckers for cosmetic choices, for outfits, for customization options. I mean, this is delicious news.
So that's just sort of the props and the furniture and the equipment you can put around. And I showed in the video playing on the Lego Batman, the video game, which is something I really enjoyed saying.
Yes.
The arcade machine that's playing distinctively one of our older games. You can relax in a hot tub, but there's so much more you can place around there. But when you talk about cosmetics, part of the pleasure of the game and the pleasure of any Lego game as well is discovering all the different ways you can change your appearance. And here you've got an enormous array of different suits, along with all the vehicles and the Batmobiles, both for Batman and for his crime-fighting partners along the adventure.
Okay, we got to slow down because I want to talk about a few of these things here. Stein, he's talking bat suits, he's talking outfits. Maybe we should start there.
Yeah, he's talking my favorite. I got to ask, Jonathan, we got a favorite bat suit? We tried counting. I lost count. There are suits I didn't even recognize. So I got to know, you got any favorites out there in the collection?
I do. Look, the team has done such an incredible job. We've got such a rich lore to draw upon. We're unconstrained here, so we can go into the animated series. We can go into a comic book storyline from 1943. We can pull whatever we want and put that all into the game. So actually the process of sort of winnowing down the best suits was incredibly fun. We were really well supported by DC, who's always been such great supporters and really fueled all these conversations. They have such deep knowledge of the lore. And Lego Company as well, their designers are deeply steeped in the history of the Batman character. They've made some fantastic sets over the years. We want to represent some of the best known suits from the Batman Lego sets, as well as from movies, TV shows, and comics. So cool. There are some real surprises in there. We wanted to grade variety. We wanted to, of course, the classics and the ones you'd expect, your 66, your 89, and some newer ones and some more obscure ones. I've been asked before what my favorite was, and I held back. I think I will say the recreation of the Batsuit from our original Lego Batman, the video game outfit, something that I and many other people working on the team still at TT have the fondest memories of.
Now that makes total sense.
That's a good one. I think Absolute Batman is probably my newest favorite Batsuit that I've seen.
We feel really lucky every day to be able to have these conversations. We've worked together as a team. We've worked with our partners, our licensors and Lego Company for a very long time. And I hope some of that sort of joy that we have, some of that delight comes out in the game as well. Hopefully we could share it a bit through the games we make.
I took the liberty of making some adjustments.
I mean, even just the diary we just watched, it's so exciting. It's so full of love for the franchise. It just gets me excited. Some of the enemies and the bosses you hinted at are pretty deep cuts, which is great. I mean, if you're a fan of Batman, look no further.
I say complete and definitive. So, we want it to be accessible because some people who are playing this game, this might be the very first time they've ever encountered the character. We want players of all ages to play a Lego game. We want fans to be able to introduce new people to the franchise through that. So because we are Lego and with the history that we have and the foundation that we have and the love that we have for the IPs, we are then able to go everywhere, to be unconstrained. So we can be both iconic and accessible, but also deep, as you say.
Totally.
On that video, we'll just say one thing. If there's any glee in that, Some of it comes from appreciation of the work that the team has done. Some of it comes also because we're now right at the very, very end of development. Now, this is where you suddenly sort of see what everything has become. But this is an example where the reality is better than anyone had ever hoped. And this is greater than the sum of all its parts when you put it all together. So again, I hope some of that was coming through in my voice as I was talking about it, because that's how we are feeling about it right now. We're so excited. It's easy to say we're excited, but we genuinely are. We've been working on this. We can see what it is, and we're really excited to share it with people.
It's starting to take shape. Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely clear in the way you describe it now, the way you convey all this info in the diary. Like, couldn't agree more. I'm curious how we actually unlock these outfits, because that is going to be my priority, I think.
So some of it happens through the story. So he'll start in a bat suit based off Matt Reeves' film The Batman, the Robert Pattinson batsuit.
Cool.
But then quite quickly, he will start to draw upon the resources of Wayne Tech and Lucius Fox will get involved, and we'll see more and more high-tech suits as well. Additionally, there are lots and lots of side quest challenges set across the whole of Gotham City. Gotham City sort of opens up. More and more of the city will become available, and it's all filled with secrets and puzzles and tests, many of which will then give you access to the suits. You'll also find them in shops. So there will be shops in this game as well that you can discover on different islands, and that's where you get some of the suits from as well.
Oh,
I wish
so
shopping as a 40-year-old man was that cool. As for
Honestly.
batsuits, it is it's not quite as fun. One thing that got me excited to think about, obviously you showed it off in the dev diary here, was the vehicles. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the garage. So I assume this is something like the back suits that you'll start basic and you'll unlock things. Maybe you can go car shopping. Maybe you can find some secrets to unlock them. Let's talk a little bit about the garage, because I think I did see one of my favorites, which was the Tim Burton one. It's home
Great.
for me.
Very stylistic.
But curious you to share a little bit more about these bat cycles. I also saw bat cycles in there too, and Batmobiles.
Yeah, it's all here. The Tumbler and vehicles, not just for Batman, but also they're iconic vehicles as well for some of the other characters as well, like Catwoman's cycle. They're all here, and they all get stored in the Batmobiles, of arrayed in this fantastic display on 2 levels at the center of the Batcave. And I think here, this isn't just referencing Batcaves from movies or the comics, but there's something here where we've all built Batmobiles out of Lego bricks as well. We've all put those on our shelves. We've seen them. So there's something, again, about making it a Lego Batman Batcave where it feels even more fitting to collect and build and display all these different vehicles and then hop into them and take them on a drive round Gotham City. So, you could drive the Tumbler. You mentioned 1989. We've also got 66, that classic Batmobile as well.
Put the top down, Just take
Yeah,
the top
exactly.
down.
Let the
That's
wind
right.
blow
You can
through
have
your
a
cowl.
passenger with you as well, bikes as well. So not only like Batman's Bat Pod from Dark Knight, we've got
nice.
the Bat Cycle from 66 TV show with the sidecar for Robin. Do you have Robin going along with you?
Little duos game night, Ethan?
Yeah, I was going to say, you and me. I got dibs on the sidecar, though.
We'll take turns.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite one, I probably didn't expect this going in, but it's actually from the Batman. And one of the things I mentioned, we appreciate how lucky we are. We did get to visit one of the Warner Brothers movie archives in the making of this game, where we saw they literally, there's a huge warehouse, everything covered in sheets. And in concert, a group of people just pulls the sheets off all the Tumbler, and they had the Charger there. They had Penguin's purple car that was fantastic to see. And they fired it up, but when we could hear it ground. We recorded that sound from the actual one. So look, there's so much to appreciate and enjoy in the franchise. Again, we've been lucky to bring so much of that into this game.
That sounds incredible, honestly. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, how's it feel to live my dream, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Well, we're not fooling around.
No, you're not. No, I love the attention, the pedigree here, and it sounds like you even brought that to the game in that, Lego charm and Lego humor, which is always super fun.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
This is super exciting. I haven't seen it in previous Lego games. Is you have a bit of an upgrade system here with like your gear and your tech. Could you maybe elaborate on a bit of that? Because I think in past it's been like, oh, find this, oh, collect enough studs and you get this, or just buy this from like a local vendor. This one looked a little bit more like level based, almost like you upgrade through your playthrough.
So there are two kinds of upgrade systems. There are the Wayne Tech chips that you'll collect both through the story as rewards and as scattered in puzzles and challenge rooms across the whole of the city. Those you can use at the workbench in the Batcave to upgrade your gadgets. So your Batarangs, you could give yourself, they were showing the video of a concussive Batarang, or you could summon a swarm of bats to take on a group of enemies. You can enhance your focus abilities, which is something you earn through the combat to pull off some really spectacular moves with your Batclaw or with some of the other gadgets as well. Then separately, you can upgrade your skills in combat and traversal as well. So that means, improving your focus ability, improving your combo meter, giving you more options for how you take down and chain takedowns, or in traversal. And these are some of my favorites. We had a couple of these going in the little snippet of the game that we showed at Gamescom last year, but there are so many more to discover. Things like, if you're in a vehicle, you can get the upgrade to eject out of the vehicle, which launches you high into the air. And then once you're high into the air, you can get the upgrade to do glide takedowns or glide bomb, which just sort of swoops you right down to the ground and smashes into the ground and knocks enemies flying. So look, there are loads and loads of new options that you get there. Again, not just with Batman, but with the other characters as well. We always want players to be discovering new things, trying new things, and feeling cool and powerful. So Batman upgrades over the course of the story. So should you.
Yes, I love feeling like a superhero in a superhero game. That's awesome. I cannot wait to recreate that scene from Batman Begins with the bats. That sounds amazing. So good. Now, there's something about the dev diary, we see a little tease of kind of the interesting collection of characters. You see a little tease for a handful of them. And obviously we can't go into them all. And, I think a big part of these kind of games is getting to see them, and it's like a surprise. That's some of the best parts of this. But I would love to know if there's any names you could drop, some big names of folks that we're going to be working alongside or fighting against in this game.
So you're going to build the Bat family with those allies over the course of those years. That's obviously going to include Robin. We're going to see Dick Grayson grow into Nightwing. But we'll also have Barbara Gordon join. Comes Batgirl. Jim Gordon is fantastic fun to play. We're giving him some really cool gadgets. He's got some really great outfits. The Gotham by Gaslight outfit for Jim, with his scarf and his bowler hat.
Nice.
Is a favorite of mine. You've got plenty of allies along the way, but you're going to come up against all the villains you would expect. We've got a story that draws them all out of the city, from Ra's al Ghul, the Penguin, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, and others later on in the story. We're going to see the origin of the Joker, and then we're going to see how the Joker becomes, increasingly sort of menacing over the course of the years. So many, many characters, and of course, all those like fan favorite references. The characters you'd never think would appear in a video game and wouldn't appear in any video game apart from a Lego game. You're going to see them here as well.
Nice. Oh.
It's going to be quite the cast of characters. That's awesome. When the game lands, coming out May 22nd, early access May 19th, what are you most excited for people to experience? They put on the cowl for the first time, they get ready, they boot up. What are you most excited about them to just marinate in, Jonathan?
I think they're going to be blown away by the whole story all coming together. I don't think you've ever seen it before in a sort of a single experience, so much from the start to go on that journey. I think it's really powerful. It's why Batman's stood the test of time as a character. When you see it, when you live it, it's really stirring. And then Gotham City. I think the Lego Gotham City the team have created here is so full of detail, handcrafted, over years by an incredibly talented team. Every piece of graffiti as the eras change, every newspaper, every shop front. There's so much to appreciate. The billboards, every billboard's a little joke or a wink or a nod or a reference. And I think people are not going to be expecting the richness and sort of creativity that's on show in Lego Gotham City.
Oh, Cannot wait to dive in. And you guys sound like incredible stewards, I must say. Like, just in this conversation alone and looking at what little glimpses we've had of the game, it really excited to dive into this one. And Stein, we're going to get to play it together, for better, for
Hell
worse.
yeah.
Yes. Jonathan, really appreciate the time. Any last comments for the community or Team Xbox? Anything you want to share before we let you go?
Well, I say how grateful we are to be able to do this work, how proud we are of working on this game. I think we'd all say this is our best work, but we do it all to make a game that everyone can play. We love playing it. We really hope you love playing it as well. And, thank you for paying attention to what we're doing. We're really grateful.
Absolutely. This game comes out May 22nd, folks. Again, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Stein, I know you're excited.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. It's really fun. I've played, kudos to you guys and the Skywalker Saga. I played it with my 7-year-old daughter. I played it with my 16-year-old son, and I had just as much fun on both sides of that playing with two of my children. And so I can't wait to play these things. I love 100%ing them. Ethan and I are going to be jumping in and getting up to our usual shenanigans. So I have to say Thank you again, Jonathan. You got my pre-order in. I'm locked in for the deluxe. I want to play a little early with my kids, so I'm excited to play. But thank you again so much, and thank you all for watching. So for Ethan, I'm Josh, and we'll see you again on the next episode of the official Xbox Podcast.